Great. So again, it is February 2026, and today we're going to be covering the differences between Gen AI and agentic AI. So we're moving past like the hype of, how can I say, what AI is and seeing what it can be used for. Again, we're looking at the different engines behind AI, the differences, and how that can relate to the e-commerce space and help you drive your retail conversions. So the goal of this is to help you choose the right technology that actually drives retail conversions rather than just providing a cool feature. So think of it as a difference between a high-end GPS that can tell you about the scenery around you, whereas that would be Gen AI, and the autonomous car that actually sees and steers you around and reacts to traffic and can get you to your destination. That's agentic AI. Okay. I am joined by Satish, our CEO and
Yes.
AI solution expert, and he focuses
Yes.
on practical AI adoption and boosting ROI. My name's Sean. I'm a CRO specialist here. So I work hands-on with retailers to implement these solutions and deliver measurable results in personalized experiences.
Right.
And then we have a packed agenda for today. So we're going to start with why most AI investments fail, and then dive into the friction between information and decisions. Go over generative AI versus agentic AI in the buyer journey. We'll discuss where each AI creates measurable business value, look at real retail examples from leaders like Amazon and Shopify. We'll go over when to use Gen AI versus, sorry,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when to use Gen AI, agentic AI, or both. We'll look at the framework to diagnose your biggest conversion bottlenecks, help you look at how to alleviate AI vendors and prove ROI, or sorry, evaluate. And then at the end, we'll have a live Q&A and a free product discovery and AI audit.
So ask questions every now and then so that we want to make this session more interactive rather than just a one way. Right.
Yes, please. So if you see something on the slide, if you need clarification, if you have any questions, if you have any questions about the practical uses of it, that's what we're here for. We're the experts. Okay, so first we're going to dive into why most AI investments fail to improve retail conversions. Okay, so if you notice now, retailers today, they're currently overwhelmed with AI messaging. So every vendor promises smarter search, better personalization, conversational shopping, and autonomous experiences. But very few teams stop and ask the more important question: what type of AI actually improves conversions? Because not all AI will drive revenue. So some AI, as you know, it'll generate content. Others, they can, complete tasks for you, and some they can make decisions. But really, you need to see what AI is going to be the specific tool to help me lock in those conversions in my e-commerce business. Where are my bottlenecks? And then how can I use the technology to alleviate that and to make the shopping experience better for our clients? So the difference is it's not technical, it's commercial, and it's understanding this. It's going to become your competitive advantage. So if you think about it, a retailer, they might spend $50,000 on a chatbot that summarizes reviews, which is their content, but they still see a 70% cart abandonment rate because the chatbot didn't actually help the user at the checkout. So their problem was really their cart abandonment and not needing content for their site. So they were applying AI to the wrong issue. They weren't focusing on what the bottleneck was for their conversion. So to do this, you want to understand what your core problem is or what the core problem is currently. Most retailers don't have a traffic problem. They struggle with shoppers and their decisions. So shoppers are also, they have decision friction. There's buyer hesitation, cognitive overload, search abandonment, and cart drop-offs. So the real world example I like to give is imagine a shopper is looking for a laptop. They find 50 different options. Gen AI, it might explain the specs of all of those 50 laptops, but the shopper is still stuck because they can't decide which one is the right one for them. They're paralyzed by all the information that they have. They're left to sort through it. So AI did help them with the summary, but it wasn't helping them to get them to the conversion process within that sale. It just dumped the information and left it on that user to sort through it and move forward. Okay. So, like I said, AI, it's not going to fix your conversions automatically. That impact, it's going to depend on the role AI is playing in reducing the friction at the right moment. So as I was saying, the person's looking at 50 different summaries for different laptops. The correct AI tool that could be used at the time would help reduce that friction. So imagine if the AI then responded with a follow-up question saying, are you comparing those laptops? What is the specific use case for the laptop? Then it could phone in, is it a work laptop, educational, gaming, or just casual usage? The tool can then use that answer to further reduce the friction by helping them choose a better laptop option for them and what their needs are. In the beginning, they're getting all the information, but they're not having anything used by the AI to help parse it down. Okay, so then what is generative AI in retail reality? So in retail reality, generative AI, it's producing your texts, your images, and summaries. So it powers your product descriptions and making marketing copy. Its core limitation is though that it only responds to prompts. It doesn't take action or optimize for a specific business outcome on its own. So using generative AI to automatically rewrite 1,000 product descriptions into a friendly tone to improve user experience, it's copy, it's great, but again, it's not getting those users to convert. Think about what I was saying earlier about the laptop example. If it could ask follow-up questions, sort the information for them once it knows what they are looking for, it could take a more proactive role in helping the user reach their end goal, which is getting a laptop that fits their needs. Okay. And then what is agentic AI in reality? So in reality, it can be executed workflows, it'll make decisions, adapt in real time, and optimize toward a goal, learn from the outcomes. In retail, it provides guiding, guided buyer journeys, autonomous merchandising, dynamic bundling and pricing, real-time presentation, personalization, conversion and revenue optimization. And the advantage, the shift is from what should I say to what should I do to increase conversions? So, like I was saying with that reoccurring example, imagine that I've now used AI to get that one laptop that I need. It's helped me filter it down. So, I'm a gamer, I'm getting a gaming laptop. The AI tool could then know, okay, you're a gamer, this is what you're getting. It could then dynamically show me, here's things people have purchased. People who purchased this laptop have also completed this. Or because you're a gamer, maybe you want this headset, this mouse, this keyboard, or these speakers. So AI is taking it to the next step. So it's helping me get there to the goal of purchasing a laptop. But on your side, the advantage is it could be increasing the total sale that I'm going through. So now maybe I'm buying a laptop case, a headset, and maybe a different mouse to use. So it's really helping you get that goal of completing the transaction and increasing the total value of that transaction. Okay. And then let's look at the fundamental difference now. So the fundamental difference, if you think about it, generative AI, it's focusing on the intelligence and not the content. Whereas the agentic AI, it's focusing on the decisions and the execution. You know, Gen AI asks, what content should I generate? It's very reactive. Whereas agentic AI, it's saying what action improves the outcomes. So it's looking to solve for that problem that you are presenting. Gen AI, it's that intelligence layer and it's building your content. Agentic AI, it's getting you to the decision and the execution layer. And then some examples are listed below. So both tools are very powerful. They serve very different needs and parts within the buyer journey. So for example, like ChatGPT or Gen AI, it can write a shopping list for a keto diet, whereas a shopping assistant, agentic AI, can find the items in your local store, check the inventory, and add them to your cart. So it's getting you further down that sales process than just saying, hey, here's a shopping list for keto friendly foods. Okay. And this is where retailers get confused. And I'm going to turn it over to Satish. Oh, you're still on mute.
Sorry. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for that. All right. I think I'm audible to you, Sean. Okay, I see that. Uh, so so we wanted to just talk on why retailers gets often confused on AI with their expectation and reality is uh, basically uh, many people adapt Gen AI and they are thinking that it will improve their conversions and it will improve their revenue overall, but it's not the case. Gen AI will improve the experience on your site. It will improve, people can talk to it and find the right information or prompt it, I mean, but it doesn't make any other conversion improvement like it can improve the content on the website, improve the product descriptions, all those things it can do. Engagement it can improve, but it's not, in many cases, not improving the conversions. So that is a case we see we would like to improve. So you guys have to have an understanding around that. So this is what we should talk about. Like there are two frictions we see. One is the conversion friction, another one is content friction. So Gen AI generally reduces the informational friction. So like when what product, if there is no product descriptions, is it not explaining the product benefits or the summaries were not proper with reviews? Those kind of things Gen AI can fix. That is more of an informational frictions, I would say. Uh, but it's not, just give me a minute. I'm going to pin mine. Okay. But that's what it will fix, not the conversion friction. Let me go to the next slide. Okay. So agentic AI reduces the decision friction, like it will improve like what products people can choose, what are the bundles, like whenever they are going to the cart page, what bundle they can be provided to improve the overall order value, or if they are seeing too many products and they're not able to find which product is right for them, the agentic AI can ping them, help them in choosing the right product, or if they are trying to abandon the cart, show them a coupon that is very personalized for them. These are agentic AI actions that will remove the decision friction and improve the conversion. So people should have an understanding about when to use what and what is the elements that we are going to track to measure the success of these implementations. So it has to be, the decision has to be whether you wanted to improve conversion or experience or product descriptions. Those things you have to understand to make a decision on which to choose what. So let's take a real retail example. Let's assume a scenario like one of the shopper is looking for an office chair. Uh, the response from Gen AI would be like ergonomic chair with lumbar support and eye ratings. It will give them a lot of options, and that's it. It is helpful, but will that solve the problem of a customer? Of course not. They have to be asked multiple questions. Ask them what is their real need and what is the price point they're looking at, and then choose them the product and convert them. So it is not going to improve. Just showing them information will not improve. So if it is an agentic AI approach, as I said, it identifies the intent, budget, what hours they're working on, postures, and rank products based on the which probability it will convert, and guide the user to the right option and convert them. So that is the agentic AI approach. So Gen AI would be just whatever you ask a question, it will respond without any follow-up questions or anything. So the value delivered by the agentic AI here is it helps to make the user to make a faster decision. It reduces the hesitations. It improves the probability of purchase. It has improved the revenue per session, like showing them the right product. If you reach a customer at the right time with the right product at the right price, generally they convert. So those kind of things, agentic AI brings us in value to each customer. So where Gen AI creates value, let's take example, as I said, definitely on the products, if they're having so much product catalogs so many manuals. To simplify it, AI plays a big role. When someone has to read all the manuals to find the information, how to implement the product, those kind of areas, Gen AI plays a big role. And of course, when they are trying to understand between two products, a comparison gates, definitely this tool can play a big role. For the first time visitors, like if they wanted to understand the catalogs and highlights the value, it can help you with them. Or if they are having any not clear understanding about the product, the clarity can be driven from this from the Gen AI part. Where agentic AI creates value, if you look around, uh, like AI improves the more relevance based on the user need and the intent. If you have a large complex catalog, the AI understands the intent and show them the right product at the top of the page. And when the shopper browse and don't act, the system can understand the user is not able to find the right product and automatically proactively ping them for any help they require. If they are having for categories with high product overlap, if there are too many products, if a product has too many options, or if it is available in multiple categories, the system can help with them. Uh, Also, the agentic AI is the critical importance is it understands the user intent and reacts to it. So whenever there is a very high intent, people are landing in people from, for example, coming from Google ads generally have an high intent, and if the conversion is not happening for those kind of users, the system is asked to understand and guide the user to make the purchase. So the intents should be understandable by these tools, is understandable by these tools. So basically how we look around all these things is through revenue lens. So retailers who focus on conversion rate, average order value, revenue per customer, cart completion, or search to purchase ratio, generally they go for agentic AI. Gen AI to an extent influence them indirectly. Like if you have to have a proper product data, proper description, images, those things, Gen AI helps in creating it. But if somebody is looking to improve conversions and average order value, they have to use agentic AI to influence them properly. And when you need Gen AI, as I said, if you're having a weak or inconsistent product catalog, or if you have an high product complexity which create customer confusion, or how to use the product gates, manual contents, or if the products are not properly when I say poor product communication means if the product content is poor or the images or the videos are not poor, uh, pretty great. In those areas, Gen AI play a big role in creating a clear product catalog content, clear product images, product videos. All these things can be created using Gen AI. When you need agentic AI, is again if you have a flat conversion despite a strong traffic or high abandonment rate or poor search experience in all these areas, like, and also you have to manually do merchandising. All these are activity based things which requires human effort to fix those things. In those areas, agentic AI can play a big role by understanding the user intent, personalizing the application on the website in a way, like even providing personalized coupons. Agentic AI can play a big role. So, any questions? All right, I don't see any questions. So let's go to the hidden truth. So, as I said, retailers rarely lose. Like if you take any mid-sized companies, they rarely lose because revenue because of descriptions were poor. They lose the customers because they give too many choices. there is no proper guidance, there is no proper relevance, or the merchandising is so manual. So the decision fatigue is one of the areas many mid-sized companies, mid-sized retailers lose. So that's an area that with agentic AI implementations you can easily resolve. So failure modes to avoid. What are the failure modes you can avoid? For example, Gen AI that creates beautiful experience on your site, but if it doesn't improve your revenue level, it's a failure. Or if you are creating a smart chat bot and the goal is not personalized for each user, it is same kind of response, that's again failure. And even if Gen AI is is going to improve your engagement, you have to measure how their engagement is. Is it making the like at least we should make the site visitors to spend more time on the product page or on the category pages. So if it's not doing that, that engagement is not happening, then Gen AI is not effective. And with the agentic AI, it is too much automation. You have to give an automation in a way like if you identify the user intent, there has to be a time when it has to be you can reach them, or you don't need to reach them, because you shouldn't throw like a pop-up that is coming out for every page. You shouldn't attack the user with some kind of offer or some kind of a comparison. Those things annoy an user. So instead of over automation, try to be more subtle, and whenever there is a real need, optimize it and do proactive trigger engagement with the user. Otherwise, don't do anything. And also sometimes many agentic AI implementation goes wrong because they track wrong signals, and because of that it recommends some products that are very poor. And if there is any no lack of transparency of how the system works, those things again fail. So there has to be a proper solution in balance to make everything work. So one of the winning models many companies work out is uh, they combine both, like they combine both Gen AI and agentic AI. Gen AI helps users to create confidence. It is used as a knowledge as a brain or knowledge assistant. It helps them mo- give clarity on the when they are confused. Agentic AI is more about decisions, understand the intent and showing them the right product. It acts like an sales assistant that will talk to the customers and understand their real pain points and show them the product. So agentic AI is more like a sales assistant, and Gen AI is more like a knowledge assistant. So that's what people, if you wanted a better engagement or better conversions on your site, it is better to have both kind of AI engines. So Gen AI, because agentic AI also acts based on the data which Gen-AI supports. So just assisting alone is not enough. Assisting with a knowledge assistant will help them to make a better decisions and convert them as a customer. So, so the practical decision framework, if somebody is looking at these products or trying to implement AI on the site, so this is the practical. So think about what is your domain friction. Are you having too many products, too much knowledge about the products, and very difficult for the users to go through all these catalogs and manuals? If that is one of the major pain point, go for Gen AI implementations. But if you think your conversion is poor, and from search to engagement it is poor, then go for decision based agentic AI. So you can make a decisions around, and also you can think about what metrics you wanted to improve. If you wanted to, if many customers are abandoning your site on the engage on the product page, then the engagement on the product page is poor. So you can improve by providing Gen AI kind of a small chat box, or like Rufus on right now Amazon Rufus as an chat box on the product page that improves engagement. So you can create those kind of and measure the engagement there. But if you are looking to improve conversions or average order value, then GenAI based agentic AI agentic AI is required for that. So when someone add an item to the cart, show them the right bundle product, or if they are trying to be on the cart page and they are having cold feed, show them personalized promotions or discount codes, something like that. So if you are trying to improve average order value or conversions, agentic AI is required. Where do shoppers stall? Like you might have an idea why shoppers doesn't buy more from you. I have spoke to many customers and they have said, "Hey, my customer, specifically B2B customers, have said my B2B customers know which product to buy. So they have their only problem is deciding the right product. They know about technical details and all they know, but choosing the right products is the problem for them. So if understanding is a problem, GenAI would be the best place. If choosing between the a lot of product options, agentic AI would be the uh, best solution for them. So if you are trying to evaluate these things by default, GenAI or agentic AI by default are not available with Shopify right now. You have to depend on some third-party tools, third-party products to implement those things right now. That is most cost efficient because building your own system might be an expensive approach. So try to use the third-party vendors. So whenever you're doing it, try to think does these tools provide an clear outcomes? Gone are the days where SaaS products are selling feature solutions for you. You have to find an revenue alignment for each product. Like the KPIs provided by these products, is it really aligning with the outcomes? Like for example, if you are trying to improve your search experience through AI with agentic AI, is it improving from search to cart or average order value or revenue per visitors? So those metrics, is it improving and is it connected with my revenue? That is an important when you are trying to select an vendor for your for your site. And similarly, the data compatibility, like because the AI is only good as long as the data is there. Does it your AI systems connect with the product catalogs, manuals, CRMs? Is it connecting all the different systems and make a decision? Is it doing it or not? Or is it connecting with my historical orders data? Or is it connecting with my existing customer support data? So data compatibility is important. So whenever you're building the AI system or uh, analyzing and any AI system that can support your site experience. Try to see whether the system can connect with all these different catalogs and systems to get the knowledge for your site. If not, that's AI system will not be so effective. And also the automation depth, like agentic AIs uh, try to reduce the operational workload. By what I mean is, for example, if you're trying to implement an search and merchandising tool, uh, and that merchandising tool is going to be manual. If your users or your team members have to always optimize the products and always need to put the first product at the top, all these things, if they have to do it manually, then it is not helpful. And you have to find a tool that is automated and it provides insight saying that what is the best product that should be reached out to the top, and it has to be done automatically rather than depending on the human. So try to understand what are the automation features those tools have, and that would be again easy for you to make a decision. And also try to understand the conversions is one of the area that we generally measure in the retail side. How long it will take to show you the ROI on the time invested for you. So does it take 2 months or 3 months? But any product that takes more than 3 months to show ROI is not effective one in our opinion. because the ROI, the cycle has been reduced by a lot these days. So try to see how much time it is going to take to show you the impact on the conversions and everything. And you have to have a measurable ROI model. Try to get with the vendors about what it is going to impact, what would be the average order value it's going to impact. Try to measure that your baseline currently, and after implementing those changes, try to set it out like a 3 month time. See where do you guys stand out, and uh, make a decision on that. All right. Any questions so far? All right. So far, no. So the next topic is around the key takeaway from this webinar. So as I said, AI should not be something, hey, I have to implement AI. Don't rush because some competitors have it. Ask yourself what problems you have, how AI will improve those things. Like, is there any friction on the content side, or any friction on converting, or is there any not people are buying more from you, like the product average order value is not great. Try to identify what is the problem and see if AI can solve it, then think about implementing, otherwise don't implement it. AI for the sake of technology, if you implement, that is the right recipe for a failure. So don't implement those things. Think the problem and think if the AI can solve the problem, then implement it. Otherwise, don't implement it. So also evaluate the right AI tools for your business that can improve your site's experience. So we do provide for the people who are attending today's webinar a free audit. So whoever is interested, they can take advantage of the audit. Let me send you the link. Implement those things. Think the problem and think if the AI can solve the problem, then implement it. Otherwise, don't implement it. So I am publishing the audit page link here in the chat. I published the audit page in the chat. Try to fill out the form and take advantage of this free product discovery and AI audit on your site. So it is a free audit and there's no obligation. We can see where your site experience is poor, what kind of AI engines can solve your problem. So this AI audit will cover those things. Any other questions?
No questions, Satish. I just want to add that I also added the link into the LinkedIn live stream, so they have it there too.
Okay. That's good. All right. So we will also send this webinar along with the presentation to you guys in an email. So if you have any questions, you can always send an email to hello@conversionbox.ai.
Oh, and we did
Uh,
have a question come in. Sorry. There was one, I think, did we cover this yet? How quickly can AI knowledge be updated when policies or data change? That was asked by Martin.
so generally, it is around the indexing thing. So you can update it every day. Most of the AI engines updates run a full update every day. And if there is any these kind of small changes that's happening, that also get updated every 1 hour or every 2 hours once. But otherwise, they will do every full indexing, full updates on a daily basis. At least a product like Conversion Box, we do AI knowledge engines. We update it every day, and for every small updates on the site, we get it immediately, those changes, and we update our system. All right, any other questions? Good question. What is the expected ROI on the pricing model? So it is basically the usage in the way like I would not say even usage. You can think about like an outcome-based models these days. So if you are looking to improve your conversion from 1 to 1.5, what would be the average? It will be $100 to $500, depending on the volume and the revenue goal you are trying to achieve. Those pricing models are changed. Um, so yeah, purely depends upon the site traffic and the goal that your site is having. Good question, Susan. Any other questions? All right. All right. I hope we have answered it in a way that this is useful for you if you are trying to think about AI, implementing AI on your site. Would be happy to connect with you to do an audit on your site or whatever. If you have questions, try to send us an email at hello@conversionbox.ai. We'd be happy to join and take it from there. Thanks for your time. We hope to talk to you guys in another webinar with a more interesting topic. Thank you, guys. Bye.